Hello everyone, it's Sarah with the York County Library. It's day 8 of our daily drawing challenge. For those who are new here, I'm doing a daily drawing challenge for 29 days. I am following a daily challenge that is available on Creativebug. Creativebug is an online service that offers hundreds of free tutorials and classes on various arts and crafts, and it is free to all York County Library card holders. So if you're interested, you can go to the link below. It is www.yclibrary.org/online-learning. When you go there, you'll see all of our online services, including Creativebug. If you want to join along with me, I will be doing the 29 things to draw with Molly Hatch and Heather Ross. You can search for it on Creativebug and do it for yourself. So day 8 is going to be led by Heather Ross, and we are going to be doing a blind contour drawing of a teapot. Now, you may not have a teapot, but I would suggest maybe finding something that has a handle on it or something that comes off of the form. This could be a coffee cup, this could be a pitcher, it could be a watering can. Just look around and see if you can find something. Now, for this one, it's not just the teapot. She has it on a serving tray. I don't have a serving tray, so I just used a journal of mine, so feel free to improvise. I find this challenge kind of interesting because I'll be using a teapot that belonged to a late family member of mine, and it has been sitting up in a cupboard and hasn't been out. So I'm going to be taking it down and putting it on display to draw it. So come along and share this special journey with me as I revisit something that's kind of been hidden away in my house. Now, one thing I want to mention, in previous blind contour drawing videos and daily challenges, I haven't mentioned, but it is kind of important here. During the session, Heather Ross does pick up her pen and reposition it before she starts in a different area. Because we're going to be doing the outside of an image and there are details that are going to be in our teapot, do know that you can look back at your paper, reposition your pen to another area, and then continue with your blind contour, not looking, and when you look back, remember to stop your hand. But you can reposition it, and you'll see me do that. Another thing to note about the video is that Heather Ross draws a tray that has some intricate designs on it, but she does remind us we don't need to be caught up in making an exact replica of it. The decisions that you make kind of develop your style, so have fun with it. Alright, that's enough chat. Let's get started. So here's the teapot that I'm going to be drawing. It is on top of a journal of mine. When I started the challenge, I thought I was going to be able to do a drawing on just one page, but you can see I start and see I'm not going to have enough room. So I decided that I was going to try to do it over both pages. This part's in real time just to show you how slowly I'm actually drawing before I speed the image up. And I'm drawing a line around the outside of both the teapot and the journal. So when I'm looking at it, I'm not drawing one object and then the other, I'm kind of drawing them together. So now I'm continuing up the side of the notebook and around the handle and on the top and over to the spout. So with this drawing, what I did was after I did the outside line, I lifted my pen and placed it on the inside to get the other details
and also so I could define what is the teapot and what was the notebook, so where one ended and the other began. This way I could also add some detail and character to the teapot that make it unique, such as the little knob at the top with its detail. And later on I add some yellow accents to it using a yellow marker. Add details, any that you see. Could be the lines of the pages, could be a shadow, could be the texture of something. Just find something unique about what you're drawing and try to find out how you're going to translate it into lines. So I finished up some of the detailing and some other features such as shadows and shading. I did also add some other colors to my teapot and did some blind contour drawings, very quick ones, not very detailed ones. My intention was to kind of just study the shape without thinking about it. My big drawing, I was thinking about it a lot, but I just wanted to see what I could come up with if I did it really, really fast. And that led me to look for other shapes that make the teapot, such as circles and rectangles and semicircles. And then I used all of that knowledge and practice to create my own unique teapots. So when you're drawing, maybe think about how you can break down a larger thing, object, subject into simple shapes, and then use that knowledge and practice to create your own.
Time for a little tea and contemplation. Let's chat. How did that go for you? I learned a lot during this session. I not only went one page further, but I went 2 pages further with this exercise. I thought that I was going to be able to get my drawing on just 1 page, and you saw I started and that didn't work out. I've always heard, especially I remember in high school when I took art class, my art teacher, Mr. Drews, would tell us to go big. It would be more freeing, we would get a lot more done, we would see a lot more, we'd feel more comfortable, because when you're starting something new, you tend to be tense and maybe detail oriented, not wanting to make a mistake, but it is really better to do those big sweeping motions and give yourself room. So I learned that today. Did you learn that today? Did you learn that about yourself, or were you comfortable at the beginning filling up the entire page that you had in front of you? Did you stay small or did you go big? Another thing interesting about this exercise was that I felt compelled to kind of combine what I've been learning in the Molly Hatch days with the Heather Roth days, in that I wanted to think about the structure of it, kind of like what we did with the clothespin. We sketched out a rough shape of it first and then filled in the details from there. I did that with the teapot today, kind of breaking down the parts of the teapot into simple shapes. Breaking it down into simple shapes allowed me to understand what I knew about teapots and then create my own unique teapots. So I hope that you get drawing new things and exploring those simple everyday objects around you in a different light. So I mentioned that the teapot had sentimental value for me, so I decided when I made my cup of tea that I would also grab things that made me think of the people in my life that I love. This mug right here was actually bought for me by my mom a long time ago, probably over a decade ago, now that I think about it. And this tea bag was given to me by my sister Jessica, who created a little cactus a couple of days ago, and it's a ginger tea, and it's very refreshing. It's actually kind of late at night, so no caffeine for me, but yeah, warms me up. Warm tea, great memories of loved ones. Tomorrow is day 9. We're going to go back to some small things. Believe it is going to be a safety pin. If you don't have a safety pin, maybe look for something that's small and may seem insignificant, but you really miss when it's not there. So until tomorrow, friends, this is Sarah with the York County Library, having a little tea time and telling you to stay creative, York County.